wondering if you could begin by telling us about the character Rent and how he fits into this particular story.
Rent he's a fun character. He's described as a two-bob manager, dressed like an extra, a bad extra from Miami Vice with hash burns in his suit, and I wear ridiculous bright silk shirts, Moschino shirts, and loads of jewellery. I've got about $5,000 worth of diamonds just on my wrists alone, and $5,000 around my neck. And he's a character that finds this girl band, and they're pretty useless, but he thinks they have promise and takes them to Stealth Fox, Nick's character, and wants to package them and wants to make it work, and Stealth Fox takes a gamble on them, and he's a fun character.
The fashion choices for Rent are actually one of the defining aspects, I think, of this movie. There's one loud shirt he's wearing. He's at a bar at a club.
Yeah, the devil and the angel.
Yeah, I was wondering if they let you keep that.
I brought all of those shirts myself.
Oh, they're yours?
They're not mine. They're my mate, my next door neighbour, Toby McClellan. He's a jeweler, and he gave me all of the jewellery, and all of the garms. Actually, yeah, he lent them to me. He's got an incredible collection of old school Moschino and Iceberg and Versace and all of that. It's quite amazing. But for me, it was the way to go, because it's the 90s, and also I've played characters which are so like smart and which are so like dapper or so this or that. I just want to be an idiot, It's so great, just like, yeah, make me as stupid as possible. Yeah. Oh, look at the fit of these trousers. They're like as baggy as a clown. Great, brilliant. Oh, snakeskin wallabies. Great, and just like, more jewellery. You got any more diamonds? Just like, it was so fun just to play such a sort of naive character.
There must be something almost quite surreal about going back to this. I mean, this is a period piece, but a period that you, I'm sure, remember. So that must be quite strange, because usually in our heads when we think period, we go back to the 50s or but sort of going back to a time where you was, around.
Definitely. I mean, it's set in 97, and I was 14 in 97. So I wasn't in the music offices at, London Records or wherever at 14, doing the debaucherous things with people like Stealth Fox. But I did start raving, a couple of years after that. So I was, all of those shirts, the shirts that I would wear at the garage raves and stuff. And I do remember the 90s, obviously. Very important time for me from, 7 to 17. Very informative age, So, yeah, it was nice to go back. Yeah, it was.
So what were you listening to in 1997?
Wu-Tang Clan, Cypress Hill, Black Sunday, Gang Starr, Hard to Earn, Jamiroquai. That was a good time.
Yeah. I mean, your career is really taking off at the moment. I mean, and do you think that you could argue it would have been halted somewhat, or limited more so, if you'd sort of stuck with Game of Thrones? Because do you think it would have prevented this kind of trajectory, which is currently ongoing?
I don't think so. I think it just would have been a different trajectory. I think that, it just would have been different. I don't know. I don't really think about it too much, but I think that, possibilities. Life, there's so many crossroads, man. Every day we come across these crossroads, and, I don't think you can think about the other three paths. You just have to keep going down your one. But I'm thankful for how things are going, and, optimistic about the future.
Talking of the future, Deadpool is one we're very excited about. I mean, for those who don't know, if you tell us a little bit about Ajax, and also this film looks like a superhero film we've never encountered before.
No, you've certainly never seen it. I mean, I'd say the closest sort of superhero film to it is sort of Kick-Ass, if you can call that a superhero film, which is fantastic, I thought. And another Michael Vaughan movie, Kingsman, has kind of got echoes of that. Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man kind of tease you to the sort of humour that you may come across, but this, I mean, Deadpool up, man. Deadpool is like the Deadpool and Stealth Fox. I think there's quite a lot of links between the two of them, and that's what I love so much. They're both like brutal, violent, irreverent, and so off the cuff, and I can't wait for people to see Deadpool. I think I'm going to see a rough cut of the movie next week, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud of what Tim Miller, the director, has done, and I loved working with him, and I'm excited about his career moving forwards, and yeah, it's another thing to be optimistic about.